Hello. I see there is share to a group. Hold on one second. I haven't done this in a long time. Share to a group. Okay. Hi, everyone. Let's see. Do I have some people on? I do. My name is Antoinette Bay, and I am with the Paper Papillion, and I am a paper crafter. I've now started using lots of different products. Well, not lots. I've been using Echo Park paper, and I'm sorry if the lighting's really bad, but I'm in a different location in my studio. And hi, Dawn, nice to see you. And I'm in a different location in my little craft room in my basement, and it's where I used to film my lives, but I switched it to another location and then I came back to this one. So I'm trying to figure out lighting right now, but this is as good as it's getting for tonight. Um, so glad you're here. I see you're joining from YouTube, and I'm switching over to Facebook to see if there's anybody over there, but I don't see anybody there at the moment. I'm going to get started in just a second. And then people will be able to watch the replay or catch me live another time. Okay. So, Dawn, I know that wait, are you on the wait list for this one and you purchased this one? The love notes? I can't recall now. I think you purchased love notes and are on the wait list for this one. I'm not sure. Yeah, you purchased this one. I don't know if you're on the wait list for this. Hi, Margot. Oh, yes, you did get this one. Okay, love notes. Well, actually, this is a different card. This is not a part of your kit. Your kit is much more um, heavy on the die cutting. This is a simple card that I am creating based off of Echo Park samples. So this is Love Notes, their paper called Love Notes, and this is their paper called Little Ladybug. So I'm going to make both cards. This has Love Notes kit has closed out. That was my January kit. And the February kit is Little Ladybug, and that's upcoming. And I don't know if I have all of that information in the description, but I will add it. You put it on your TV so I can see it better. Oh, that's a great idea. I've been doing that a lot lately too with YouTube. I've been putting it on my TV now. We got a couple of new TVs, one new one in my office and one new one in my living room. So sometimes when I want to watch something on YouTube, I will just put it on the TV, which is really nice to see things up close. So anyway, once again, for anybody who's just joining or will join later, my name is Antoinette Bay with the Paper Papillion. If you have any questions about what I'm using this evening, you can always email me here at abay@thepaperpapillion. And we're using Love Notes from Echo Park and Little Ladybug. So let me move these over to the side and just show you Love Notes first, because that is, I want to show you a few things with this class tonight. Okay, so let's put all of this to the side so I can show you. So these are two of the other cards. Let me move this out of the way so you can really see them. That were samples in Echo Park's line. They're on their website. They have these kits. You get a 6x6 pack of designer series paper, and you get a stamp set, and you get a pack of these. No, I don't have them here. You get a pack of like ephemera. I don't know how to say that correctly. Ephemera, I think. Hi, Carol. Nice to see you. Seeing some not old names, but familiar names. ephemera. That's the what you get. So I decided that I was going to get 6x6 paper along with my 12x12 that I created the kits with, and try these cards that they have as samples for their kits. So there are 3 cards. This is one. I'll give you a close up. I'm sorry if the lighting's not great. So I did the best I could. I did not have what it is that they had here. They had some flags up here. So I just fussy cut some of the heart paper, which is this paper right here. Let me get that for you. No, I don't think I have a full sheet anymore. I think I used the whole thing pretty much. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's this paper. As you can see, I cut one out and used it here on the top. And then I cut out these little envelopes that were part of the kit that I actually did for January. I did use those. Isn't that adorable? I think it's really cute. And then here, I even used a new dye I got from Waffle Flower. It's called, I don't really know what it's called, but I have it I have it here. It's Waffle Flower. So it's double stitched there. Isn't that cool? I'll be using that on some projects. And then this one. So this is all cut from paper. This is cut from paper. I stamped the balloon. I cut this out. A little bit of stitching there. So some paper here, paper here, paper here, and it's cut kind of diagonally. So it's all kind of layered. That was another sample. Mine isn't exact. I did what I could with what I had. I didn't have everything that they showed in their samples. Hi, Heather. Hi, Sandy. I'm seeing some names come through. Yay, I'm glad that you guys are joining me now. So these are once again, 2 of the samples that Echo Park had in their advertisements for their kits. And I did the best I could with what I had to try to recreate them. And tonight we're going to create a 3rd card. They made 3 cards. We're going to create the 3rd card that I did not show you yet. So for my January kit, I used Love Notes, obviously, and I'm going to pull this out and show you the 12x12 paper that I used for those of you not familiar with Echo Park. So this is all the leftover scraps from my kit. And then these are also scraps from the kit. So it has this beautiful paper. And then these tags are so much fun. As you can see, I had to cut off some, but I'm still working with this paper. So I am going to be using those tags. And then the back of this one is this paper, which I used in my kit. I used this in my kit. I used this. And also these little strips down here, they show you, what the paper is, like the opposite side here. When you're looking at this side, they show you what the opposite side. These are very good to hold on to for little strips for the inside of the cards that I like to do. So just a little tip there. So here again, it's showing you what's on the opposite side of these. So we did use, these are the little arrows, bow and arrow. And we did use these little love bug cars. And then tonight, I am cutting out from a piece of scrap one of these air balloons. How cute is that? And on the opposite side is the other red hearts. And then tonight we're also using this paper in a smaller version because in the 6x6 paper, they shrink the size of the print. And the opposite is red check, which we're using tonight. I love this paper. I love it. I love this pink gingham. And then the opposite are some note cards, some postcards. And again, great tags on this paper. And on the opposite side is this floral. And in my January kit, I did use one of these. We punched out one. And then this is actually a sticker sheet, which I have, but I won't use in kits because I can't order everybody sticker sheets. I buy this stuff from Echo Park directly. There's no like when I was a demonstrator, there's no commission or anything like that. So I'm just buying directly from Echo Park, or there's a local scrapbook store that I also visit. However, it is 35 minutes away from me. So it's kind of a hike. So I don't really go there. I'll put that to the side in case we need it. And then there are the solid colors that match. So these are really great colors. As you can see, I used it for our kit. Red, and they're double-sided. So you get 2 of each sheet and they're double-sided. So this is that really pale pink. I love this pink. Really soft, subtle pink. So you get 2 of each of that. And then I'm just going to share the stamp sets I used. For tonight's card, I'm using the Happy Valentine's Day, but I was going nuts trying to find the XOXO that I used in my kit, and there it is. And so that is a Echo Park. It's called Love Notes from Echo Park. This was the January kit insert. There are 5 cards, and I'm going to show you those cards now. So this kit is closed out, but I did want to share it because I want you to get an idea of what my monthly kits are all about. So for this card, Simple Stamper on Instagram, I saw her do this step card. So she started at 1.5, and then 1, and then a 1/2 inch, and then quarter inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4, 1 inch, and then I think this is 1.5. So on my sample, what I did was I left the inside blank and I used flowers that I put in the kit on the envelope. So I put it on the front and I put it on the back because I intended for this to be a hand delivered card. But then in my live, I decided to use those flowers and put them on the inside and just leave the envelope with a piece of paper here and a piece of paper on the back so that, it dressed up the envelope just a little bit. So it gives you 2 ideas on how to use those flowers. And then we had this card. So one was my sample for my video and for my photos, and the other is the one that I made in my videos. And so this is a gift card holder, and this was a sample I saw on Why Go. Her name is Heidi on Instagram. So I saw her do a sample like this, this design. Of course, my papers are different, but I saw this design, and this is not uncommon. This is all over Pinterest too. But I saw that and it was easy enough to create. And then I had this one from a sample that I created a long time ago from a kit that I had purchased, and I couldn't tell you who it was from. So it has all of this fun stuff going on. Paper florist here. And then this is an old die cut. And then the inside. So it has a fun fold. And here's the one that I did on the video. So I create one as a sample to take photos and videos, and then I create a kit to create the videos. So that was card number 3. And this is card number 4 that we created. So here we have a red flower and here we have a pink flower. So everyone that got the kit got either a red flower or a pink flower. So my sample had a red flower, and here we cut out little envelopes and added some flowers and gems. And then on the inside, there's the little love bug. We did that. And on this one, which is the one I did in the video, this one had the pink flower, right? And there's the heart from the Be Mine dies that are old Stampin' Up! Dies. And then on the inside, I decided to take this leftover piece here and add it. It was the leftover piece from this border. I think I need to lift my phone up a little bit. Is from this border. So I decided not to waste it in the video and put it over here. So that was kind of fun. Something different from the original. And then the last card is a sample from Elizabeth Price, Seeing Ink Spots, one of my very favorite designers, and she's a Stampin' Up! Artisan. And she had done a card where this flap was up further, and I had recreated it in a kit not too long ago vertically this way this time I did it horizontally and put the flap in the middle instead of closer to the top. So here it goes, the flap goes up, and then there's the doily and the flower and the heart and that pretty heart paper. And then there was this when you open it up, and then this down here. And then on the video that I created, don't mind the XOXO mess. I'm going to replace that heart. In my video, I couldn't find that. And then here we did the pink flower, same thing. And here we did that. And then down here, instead of going all the way across, we just centered it. That's it. So that was that one. So that was the 5th card. So this was very heavy on the die cutting, just like my Christmas Classics was. But, and then this is the stamp set I used, and I'll be using it tonight. Now, on tonight's card, I'll be using that Happy Valentine's Day. These are some old Project Life grid cards that I'm using. I had them, like, as I've been cleaning things out. I don't know if you can see the grid, but as I've been cleaning things out, I came across them and thought that it would be useful for what I was doing tonight. So I'm saving these. I have a ton, so I'll probably be using them in a kit someday soon. I'm using iridescent rhinestones. So for anyone here that is a demonstrator, I'm no longer a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but as I've said before in my newsletter and in my YouTube videos, that although I'm not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator anymore, I'm using everything that I have that I can use, that I have an abundance of. So for instance, I had plenty of these for the kit that I just created for January. And I still have some more left. So I'm just using them until I feel I can't use them anymore. And then I'm using all my old stuff, my old retired stuff. Like this was Be Mine. Is that what it was called? Yeah. I just got a bunch of plastics. Let me show you. So this was, I got a bunch of plastics and I started putting all my dies that I want to keep in these plastics. And they're really great. I got them on Amazon. So if anybody's interested in the link, I can share the link with you. So I was talking earlier about waffle flour. So I got these dies from Waffle Flour. Actually, this one I bought in that scrapbook store I was talking to you about. So they have like a double stitching on them. And then this is very similar to what I've seen. It's called Nesting Postage Dies by Waffle Flour. And these are really cool too, right? And I've seen them also being used by Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. So everybody kind of has very similar items. But I thought I'd share that because these are 2 dies that I'll be using very soon. So let's get started with this project. Now, this one I do have a sample of. I won't share it yet, but I can look at it. And the second one, I'm going to go by memory. Or actually, I could pull it up on my screen and show you later. So I already took a bite out of this. I had said that I was going to use one of these air balloons, and I already cut it so that you don't have to watch me cutting. And then these are the pieces that we're going to be using. I already punched out my hearts with, these little hearts are from the Be Mine, this little strip right here. And I'll put those to the side so I don't lose them. And my twine. And now this is a card that is on the back of one of those big 12 by 12s I showed you. That's on the back. And I have those rhinestones. And there's the die, the piece that I cut. And here we are. So here's the grid paper. So we might as well get the stamping out of the way. So I'm going to take that really cute Valentine's Day stamp in a block. And I'm going to use black memento for this. And and I'm going to put it somewhere to the, to the side here, because I need some space on the right side. And I'll get the punch that I used is somewhere. I thought I took everything out that I needed. Let's see. Did I put it back? I think I put it back. So hold on one second. Okay. All right. So I am going to go very close to this side and punch. So this is the 2-inch punch. Okay. So I needed to go to the right because you have to put that air balloon there. So let's put that to the side and let's start layering. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, folded at 4 1/4. I'm just reading a comment from Margot. +2 grandsons living with us. No room to do. Let's see, your daughter and her hubby. Oh, so they're with you. Thank God they're safe. And you have 2 dogs, 1 cat, and 5 chinchillas, +2 grandsons living with us. Aw, well, at least you could watch, but thank God everybody's safe. It sounds like you have your hands full right now. Okay, so this base is slightly smaller, and then this is even slightly smaller. So I'm going to layer it on top of here. Where's my, okay. Since I'm in a new spot, a different spot, my new old spot, I should say, my new old spot where I used to do my lives a long time ago. Okay, so hopefully I'm in screen. So now it's better, even though it looked like I was really close up when I was showing you the paper. It doesn't appear to be that way now. I got this new mat, which is nice and sturdy. I was tired of the old wood-looking dark mat. And now I'm going to put this down here. I hope everybody's doing great from everyone that I recognize here. Feel free to share the video. I appreciate that. I see 2 people are watching from YouTube and 8 people are watching from Facebook, but I just don't know who all the 8 people are unless you give StreamYard permission. I don't know if there's a link in the description to give StreamYard permission, but I see some names. I think I even saw, did I see, yes, I did. I saw Laura. Hi, Laura. Thanks for joining. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to take this checkered piece. Now, this is where I told you that the print is much smaller in the 6 by 6 paper than it is in the 12 by 12. So this is going to go right on here like that. So let's adhere. I think using adhesive will be fine. So like I said, these are all Echo Park Love Notes paper. Okay. And then this will go here like that. Yes. I'm just turning my head because I'm looking at my sample, and I'll share that with you in a moment as soon as we're done. And then this will go here like that. Okay. So now, so that was the front of the card, and this is the back. So I want to make sure that it's cut down enough. It is cut down enough. And I want to take my twine and I want to wrap it around here. So I'm going to put some adhesive so it will stick. I'll take one piece at a time. Go like that. So I'm really happy to use new paper. I used Echo Park for the January, which is what we're doing now, the paper from the January kit. And I'm using Little Ladybug from Echo Park for February. And I'm going to put some Scotch tape here and here. And then in March, I am going to use Echo Park paper again because I want to do some Easter, and I thought their Easter paper was really cute. So I'm going to stick with that. All right. So for this, I am going to put these two strips together. I don't need them quite this long, but I'm going to put them together, and I'm going to take my scissors and cut up the middle, both of them at the same time, and then just cut to where they meet right there in the middle. Okay, so I have my strips, and like I said, I don't need them this long, so I'm just going to cut about halfway. Those will be useful. Those scraps will be useful for something. Okay, so now I have two flags. I'm going to put one. First, we'll start with this one. Put some adhesive here. So I have a flag coming this way. Put a little bit more adhesive there. And a flag going the other way, a little bit higher. I'm sorry, you're not able to see that. Okay, so I have two flags there. And I have to bring these down just a little bit. Now that they're together, I can bring them down together. Yeah, that's better. Okay, it'll sit better there. Okay, and now on this, I'm going to put some dimensionals. And I think you all know that I love my dimensionals. Or I'm trying to be conscious of not putting my arms in the middle, because on my videos, when I'm doing a video for the tutorials, I have my arms in the middle, and that is when I'm reaching over, and I don't want to do that. So I have supplies on both sides of my desk, so to my left and my right, so I'm not reaching across. But it's inevitable to get my arms in there somewhere at some point. Okay, so we'll go this way. I hope everybody's been having a good year so far. There we go. There's that. And now we'll take this and I'll adhere that. I'm really not using very many dimensionals. As you can see, it's just that one flap, one area that I used it. And I'll put that there like that. And this should fit nicely here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put some adhesive here on the side that is going to lay flat on top of the Happy Valentine's Day. And I'll put one dimensional right there. And there's that. Now I'll bring in these little hearts. And I'm just going to actually use glue. My friend Heather gave me one of these glue sticks. So now I have two little, ooh, and I have a feeling I'm going to have to poke a hole in this. Yeah, I am. She gave me one of these. She sent that to me as a gift, along with a little magnetic plate. So that's very useful, and it was a really nice gift from my friend Heather. And let's see. Oh God, I'm afraid this is, oh no, it's okay. Gonna come out like crazy. Okay. I'll put that bigger heart down here, which is cut out, punched out of some paper, and some of the just scrap the Echo Park paper. Okay, there's that, and now let's put a bow on it. Everything looks prettier with a bow and the gems, and card number 1 is complete. Okay. And here are the gems. So these are the iridescent gems. And put one here. Stick to where I had them on my original one up here. And one on here. Okay, so that's number 1, love notes. So here's the original. And as you could see on my original, I used the background paper from the 12 by 12 before I had the 6 by 6 paper, and everything is larger. The checker Can you hear me now? I'm gonna wait. Still no sound. Can you hear me now? Oh, now you can hear me. Okay, so I'm going to leave one of these mics on. If I start to get an echo, okay, let me know if there's an echo. Oh, goodness, I don't know how long it was off for. But anyway, these were the 3 cards that I tried to recreate from the samples on Echo Park's website. And so I wanted to share them. If you go back to the beginning of the video, if you joined late, I shared some information on the Echo Park Love Notes paper. And also on Echo Park, if your purchase is $50 on their website, if you make a $50 purchase on their website, shipping is free. Free shipping, $50 purchase. That's sweet. Okay, now let's do Little Ladybug. I'll get rid of all of these things and put them back. So bear with me for 1 second so I can clean my desk a little bit, even though I'm going to reuse a lot of this stuff. Well, not the Love Notes stuff, but some of the other stuff. So I'll just put this back here and this back here. Okay. And these are the dies. Okay. I think I'm using these again on this card. So I'm going by memory, and then I'll show you what the... Oh, good. I'm glad. Free shipping is great since postage went up. Yes, it is. So it's worth it for me to order online, then go all the way out to Farmingdale here in Long Island, which is 35 minutes from my house, and spend money on gas anyway. So it's better for me to order online than to go out to the scrapbook store. So what I'm doing is emptying out all these tiny little hearts that I punched out from this very old, some of you may recognize, this very old heart punch that I never got rid of. So I already die cut. I want to clean that up a little bit. You can't see it, but I can. I already die cut. So this is one of those little tags. Let me show you this before I get started. Oh yeah, let me do this first and then I'll show you everything. Okay, so I already die cut with these stylish shapes from Stampin' Up! And I punched this out with an old punch. So I'll put these here and these here. I already I fussy cut a little ladybug. Even though this kit comes with these little wooden ladybugs. This is a sample from, this is the only sample that I created from the Echo Park sample that they have online, because I only purchased for this one for now. I only purchased a 6x6 paper pack to make my samples to advertise for the February. I won't purchase the paper until I know how many people are signed up, at least for the wait list. So if you're not on the wait list, maybe you want to get on the wait list. And I don't think I have that link here, but you can find it on my Facebook page when you see the picture for Little Ladybugs, or later on, I will add the links in the description here or in the comments section. These two I cut from an old die. It's called, oh gosh, this is an oldie. Big L Perfect Pennants. You can't see that, but it's these. Do you remember this? This is old. And so in their sample, they had this scallop circle, and I didn't have anything so I went digging through my old Biggs dies, and I found these, and I didn't take out all these little sections yet. So I have to decide if I'm using this one or this one, probably this one, because I don't have the paper that they used in their sample. So we'll put that aside for now. So this is their paper pack. So one side is this green and the other side is black. And so here's some more paper. I've already cut everything up. So let's get started with, I'm going to, like I said, go by memory here. So for this little piece, I'm going to take my scissors again and do that little cut up the middle and then side to side to make my little flag there. And then here's that little heart. It's this tiny little heart right here. That's what I used there. I'll put that to the side as well. So from memory, I'm going to go with this goes on top of the red. So the red has yellow on one side and red on the other side. And that's their solid collection for this. They have always got a solid collection to match their printed paper. So that goes on top of here. And then this whole piece right here goes on top of the base. And this one's 4 1/4 by 11. And I'm going to share the cards that I created for the February kit. And I'll show you what the kit looks like for anybody that hasn't seen what one of my kits look like. So these 2 items here were cut from this. So these are the backs of the pattern paper. So that's why I'm making this card, because I had most of everything that the sample showed for this card only. And then this, oh, look at how cute, Wild and Free. How cute is that? They use that on another sample. But this is actually from the kit. Let's see. I'll show you. It's supposed to be inside this kit. This is one of the kits for February, but I had to pull it out because I didn't have any more of this paper because I was creating kits. So I'm just going to have to wait until I order my 12 by 12 to put this paper back in here. And so this is going to go on here. And then from memory, they had these little black dots. I didn't like the way mine were coming out. So that's going to be kind of like not seen under here. So this one goes like this. Okay. I don't quite remember anymore. So I'm going to go to my photo. You shouldn't be able to see it so that I can see what I'm doing here. Okay. So this is going to go up like that. This green one. I can't see you guys anymore or your comments because I have to look at the picture on my screen, which I'm going to share with you when I'm done so you can see it. And then this one goes here like that. There. So before I do that, I need to put this on the bottom, but we're going to take this. Let's put this behind here. I'm going to put some thread behind there. Or some twine, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to wrap it around and wrap it around. Wrap it around. Oops. There and there. Okay. And then make a bow. Hope I have enough. I don't know if I cut this long enough. Kind of doing this the hard way, I think. Okay, got it. I'll fix that later. Yeah, that's going to have to be cleaned up later. It looks kind of weird right now, but I'm going to put it under here. Let me go back to you guys. I'll put it under here. Hi, Laura. I'll fix that later. It's a bit of a mess there. And then that's going to go like that. Let me go back to my photo. That goes like that. I think I'm a little too far down, but let's see if I can lift this up a little bit. Ever so slightly. Okay, this should be better now. Yeah, much better. Okay. Isn't Isn't that cute? She leaves a little sparkle everywhere she goes. That's so cute. That goes like that. And this one's going to go like that. Yeah. And then they did these little dots down here too, which I'm not going to do. And then this goes up here with some dimensionals. And I'll put a little one down here too. Even for these little things, I go nuts with dimensionals. It's crazy. So right after this live, I have to go pick up my daughter who's at a friend's house. She doesn't have her car right now. So I volunteered to pick her up and take her back to her apartment. So I'll be driving to about 20 minutes from here, 10 minutes from here to pick up my daughter, and then about 25 minutes from where I have to pick her up to her apartment and then back home. I'm glad tomorrow is a work from home day. Okay, so I am going to use this one. So this is, and I also, I'm going to leave these little pieces on the inside. I'm going to try to do this like this. Where's the, okay, let's put this in here. Okay, I'll go like that. They have a checkered piece and I don't have that. And this is actually bigger than what they used, but we're going to make it work. So, and then I'm going to put this down. Okay, some of these pieces are coming out. Put that down. And before I put this down, I'm going to put this down with dimensionals. Okay, I'm going to go back to you guys just to make sure I'm not missing too much. Just going to use up what I have here. So like I said, this is Little Ladybug paper, and this is an introduction to the February kit. This card is not in the kit. This is a sample of Echo Park's kit. So this is going to go here like that. I think, hold on, I'm going to go back to my picture. Here like that. I think mine's a little, my circle's a little bigger than what they had because I have to bring it over a little bit more to fit this on top. Okay, so this has to come out more. Because this circle is so much bigger than what they have, and so is this one, I needed to pull that out so that way you could still see some of the green on there. So I'll put some adhesive here and then some dimensionals here. Okay. So there's always a way to get around things, right? And now the heart's already there. Now, they have this little ladybug here, but it kind of gets lost. So I'm just going to leave it off. I could always put it. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to take these really tiny little black hearts and put a little dot here and here. Nope, there goes my arm. Little tiny hearts. Like that. Now, these are the little red ladybugs that I was talking about that are going to be in the February kit for each card. I think 4 of the 5 cards, I use this little ladybug. It's a little wooden ladybug. And I'm not going to use, they have like a little dimensional behind it. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use glue dot because it's already got dimension. The little ladybug has dimension already. So I think the red is a little bit redder than this particular red in the card, but I think it's cute. I don't know. Let's put it like little love bug. Put one there for now, I guess. And I guess I could really, if I really wanted to, add something to this, where I had mentioned they had these little dots going across. I can do a whole bunch of these little black hearts. I don't think I have enough out to do that now, which would look really cute, right? I will do that before I take a photo and send it in my newsletter. I will add a bunch of those little black hearts like that. So I just need to fix this bow is bugging me to no end. It is driving me nuts because it looks so sloppy. Okay. Are you guys still with me? You are. Thank goodness. Now I'm going to share on my screen. Now be patient with me because I haven't done this in a long time and I don't know that I've ever shared anything on my screen, but I am going to share the sample from Echo Park. Stop screen share. No, I don't want to. Were you able to see this when I pulled it up? Were you guys able to see that? Because now I'm going to, you must have been able to see it because I didn't stop screen share. Yeah, tell me if you were able to see it while I had it up, because then you weren't able to see me making the card. So that's a learning lesson for me. Looking forward to the February kit, Dawn says. She got a little ladybug. Oh, you weren't able to. So I wonder if, okay, you weren't able to at all. Okay, so let me see if I could share it. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Pick monkey. Share. Now I'm sharing. So hopefully you could see that share. It's my PicMonkey file and it has the card, and maybe you could see right here the little ladybug and the little tail with the little heart there. And you could see the whole thing is just smaller than mine. And you could see some stitching around there, which I don't have. It looks like they definitely did some thread stitching around there. So hopefully you see that. And if not, I'm coming back and I'm going to stop sharing, stop screen. And that's not what I want. Okay, there we go. So you didn't see it. Yes, cute. You did see it. Okay, good. Good, good, good. You saw it. All right. Wonderful. So there's that. I guess I could take that little guy little ladybug that I cut out. So there's that. So that's a sample of Echo Park's. Mine's a little bit simpler because I don't have everything they use. But now I'm going to share my cards for the February kit. They also have 2 other samples. Like I said, I couldn't make them because I only have a small pack of 12 by 12, 6 by 6 paper. So I don't have everything I need for making their other samples. So I could only make this one sample for now from this kit. But I'm going to share 5 other samples from that I created using this paper. So before I do that, I will share the actual paper pack and this paper. So this is the little ladybug solids. So it's, you know, one side, they give you 2 of each sheet. So this red sheet will have this green on the back. This yellow will have, wait a minute. I don't know. Oh, the green has the black on the back. There's 2 different color greens. So this is more like an olivey green with like a pool party color. And then, let's see, the red one has the yellow. The darker green has the black. So you get 2 of each. And then, yeah, you get 2 of each. 6 sheets in this pack. And then this is the 6x6 paper. So as you could see, to make my samples, I used a lot. I saved these. I still have those, but I don't think I have anything else. This is an old Stampin' Up! Paper, and this is the Ladybug paper. Oh, here's some, and then here's some more. Let me bring it down here. And then some more down here. Okay. So that's the little Ladybug paper in the 6x6 version. And then, like I said earlier, for my kit, that gingham paper, this gingham was supposed to be in this kit for one of my cards, which is this card right here, but I had to use it for the sample today because I don't have enough. And there's the inside. So this is using that old Pierce Blooms die. So that's one card. Let me just put these here, and there's the kit. Here's another card kit, and then here's the card. And this goes up like that. And this is using the daisy punch, and this is using an old little daisy punch that I have, a tiny one. And there's those cute little ladybugs. And then there's this one. And these are all samples. Like this was a sample from a card kit I made a long, long time ago. And I don't even know how many years ago it was. And I just kind of used the same design. Is way before I was doing monthly kits. And then this is that kit. And then there's this one with the little ladybug right on the flower. And there's the inside. So all of these die cuts, there's that kit. So all the die cuts are done for you. This is for my video sample. But all the die cuts will be done for you. Look at all those die cuts in there. And this is using something called, it's current, and I don't remember, but this is that old strawberry punch. I'm going to figure out a way to make these strawberries stand out a little bit more, but that's the old strawberry punch. And that. So these are the 5 cards for the little Ladybug collection. And then this is what your kit would look like, with all these die cuts and the paper already done for you. Everything's done for you except the stamping. You need to do your own stamping. So you'll need inks, basic colors here, red, black. Let's see, red and black, whatever stamps you have at home, maybe some Versamark and white embossing powder, and everything else is done for you. So my kits, I kind of get the feeling my kits might scare off people that like simpler kits. For you, the person that's receiving the kit, these are simple because really you're just putting it together and stamping. There's nothing fancy. Every now and then you might have to do a little bit of fussy cutting, but really that's it. You're just stamping a sentiment and everything else is done for you. So if you don't want to have to go out and buy all the dies and all the embellishments and all of that, you can just get a kit like this and put it together, and it looks like $1 million because there's so much die cutting already done for you. A lot of card kits don't include this much die cutting because it's a lot of work. So it's not something that people want to do. But I've always been about, this is one reason, just to, maybe you're not looking for an explanation, but I'm going to give you one. And if you don't want to listen to it, you can hang up now. But one of the reasons why I don't do Stampin' Up! Anymore is because all of my kits, even when I was doing them with Heather, they were a little bit heavy on the die cutting. And that prevented a lot of people maybe from buying my kits because they wanted to do the die cutting themselves, or if they didn't want to buy my kits, if it required buying a stamp set and a die, I don't know. I just wasn't selling product. So if I'm not going to sell product, it doesn't work for me to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. People were not buying the product from me, or they were demonstrators, or they already had it, or they already had a demonstrator they were loyal to, which is totally fine. But I didn't have those customers. So I was always having to purchase my minimums and whatnot. So I decided that it was time to start looking at some other paper because I'm a paper person. I'm all about paper. I'm not so much about stamping. I know I used to love all the flowers, and I still do. As you can see, I love the flowers, but I was always more about the die cutting. I don't know why, and just a simple sentiment. So that way, the recipient of these kits, all they have to do is stamp if they didn't have to own all these hundreds of dollars worth of products to make a card. So if you have any friends that are interested in having all of this done for you, and you just watch a video and you pause it where you need to pause it and go back to it later, you get a little information sheet. I can't always say that I remember to do that, but you get an email with the YouTube videos. I've even included QR codes for those of you that are QR savvy with your phone and take a picture, and it'll bring you right to, if you use your phone instead of your laptop or your desktop, use the QR code and it'll take you right from your phone to the YouTube video. So these are really simple. And the price did go up a little bit because everything's very expensive. Shipping is way too expensive. Paper is very expensive. So I went from $39 a month, including shipping, to $45 a month, including shipping. And also, there's a lot more die cutting in my kits these days than there were before. I did a lot of die cutting before, but there's even more going on now because I'm doing this for myself. So if you're interested, there is a wait list. I don't think I put it in here tonight, but if you go to Facebook, there's a wait list. If you're on my newsletter, I'll be sending out the wait list information. The information on this kit actually this weekend to get on the wait list if you're not already on the wait list. And then next Friday, it will be announced to the wait list to register early. And then it will go out to my newsletter after that. Okay, so I hope I make sense here. But like I said, it's $45 a kit shipped. If you are local, it's $40. So shipping is $5. I compact them into a nice pink Jiffy padded envelope. And also every month I include the videos and the photos. No written instruction for these kits anymore. I'm not selling them as PDFs on my blog anymore. So just photos, YouTube videos, and I always throw a little treat in there with a little tag that I make themed with whatever paper I'm using that month. Okay. So I hope if you have any questions, you will email me here at my email address. Very easy. It's the Paper Papillion. Okay, and thanks for joining me tonight. Please share and let everybody know about my monthly kits. I would love to turn these into a subscription at some point, but I do need to get some interest going again. So your shares really help doing that. Oh, thanks, Dawn. I'm glad to share with you. Dawn says, I'm so happy you do the die cutting. Well worth it. Thank you so much. I just want to really explain that for people that might get intimidated by these cards because they look complicated, but they're not, because you don't have to do all of that stuff. And you don't have to buy stamp sets. You already have them. You don't have to buy inks. You already have them. Okay. So have a great weekend. And I will see you again, maybe next month I'm not doing weekly lives anymore, but I will come back next month once I've had a chance to create with the Easter paper that I just purchased, and I'm waiting for it to be shipped. So I'll be excited to share that with you next month. But in the meantime, be on the lookout for my newsletter for the February Little Ladybug kit. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.